Yeah, what a dang dizzly doo-wop. I am Zachary D, that Palsy Papa, and this is that daily decompression. How you doing, everybody? Yeah. Alright. First things first, your boy missed the live stream. Had plans to do a thing. Told you in the video I was doing a thing. And then it just didn't happen, man. I I realized kind of looking back. Let me pull that over just a bit. Should have set that up before I started recording, but whatever. You know, I should have realized before I set that schedule that the first day of work, first day on a new schedule, was gonna just drain me. And honestly, I could have woken up and streamed, but it would have been not my best product. I could have done it, and it just wouldn't have been something I was proud of. And every video up to this point, I've been proud of in one regard or another. I still plan on making up the content because really, as long as I hit 2 streams and 5 videos, then you got all the content that you were promised for a week. I just need to make another recorded video content for you. And this one is interesting because I did not expect to, excuse me while I reach for a Mountain Dewski, not sponsored, by the way. Mountain Dewski, you dig. This one is interesting because this is not a topic I thought I would revisit so soon, but it is sort of the catalyst for the channel. So it's something that's going to come up often, I feel. I've said from the beginning of this channel that I am not your Oprah, your Dr. Phil, your inspirational handicapped individual or individual with handicaps, whichever you prefer. I'm not that guy. And I've said that a bunch of times. I live by that. That's where I am. It's how I do. And it came up again. And I read a statement today that sort of encapsulates that feeling and puts into words a reason why I feel it is inappropriate to parade people with disability on this inspirational campaign in a way that I hadn't considered before. I really hadn't considered that up to this point. And that is that we should not overly celebrate the achievements of people with handicaps because it implies that it's abnormal for them to have that type of success. It implies that it's mind-blowing for them to do a thing that you would anticipate a neurotypical or physically typical person to be able to do. Now, is it impressive? Sure. Equally as impressive as somebody with normal ability. No, that's such a bad word. Typical abilities, I guess, would be the better way to do that. I hate the word normal. It's so goofy. But when you start to prop up people with disabilities in such a way, like hooty hoo, like it made me feel that I could never reach those heights. And I know you guys can hear that, and I don't know why, and it upsets me very much. But uh, here we are, and that's what we're doing. Let me see if there. Oh, that would be why. Neat. That that's cool. Um, Let me see if my. No, it's set correctly. Cool, cool. Wait, why are you hearing all that? 1 second. Excuse me. We back? Yeah. Okay. Weird. All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Yeah, you dig. Anyway, it puts folks with disabilities on some sort of trip like, oh, if this is so extraordinary for them to do, I shouldn't even attempt it. I shouldn't even try to do it because I can't. I'm not extraordinary. If this is so extraordinary, I can't do it. And then it's compounded by the fact that in these interviews, they only want to talk about all the great things they did and not the struggles they went through to get to where they're going or get to where they went. It is so frustrating. And when I read that statement, and I can't really go into the context of the statement, just know that it was from a very unexpected place. And I did not anticipate to have heard such a poignant statement in the context that I heard it, because really, I consider that to be a pretty unpopular opinion. I don't consider that to be normative at all in the form of opinions. And in the context that I read it, the expectation certainly would be that they're going to toe some normative line and that they're not going to take any risks with their opinion or their policies or whatever. Their statements are not going to take any kind of risk at all. And maybe I missed something. Maybe it is maybe it is a normal opinion, and maybe I'm just out here on a pedestal for no reason. But I don't think it is at all. I don't think there's anything normative about that particular statement. And it's hard for people with typical abilities to understand why that's not okay, because they look at somebody in a wheelchair who does pull-ups with the wheelchair or whatever, and they might go, that's pretty impressive. And it is in one sense, but it's no more impressive than someone with um, typical abilities doing a push-up or doing a pull-up. They should seek to compare apples to apples in that regard. Now, then you say, why do things like the Special Olympics exist if that's true? And it is true that somebody with a disability cannot compete on the same level. If you put Usain Bolt against the fastest running dude with cerebral palsy, Usain Bolt wins out 100% of the time, to no fault to no fault of the gentleman with the palsy. They could train the same amount, and the guy with palsy could train more, and it's probably true that Usain Bolt still wins out. Facts. And so, in that sense, I guess it would be impressive. And and it sort of goes into a statement that I make sometimes. It, am I, because I say some wild things sometimes, and they can be kind of offensive. And on more than one occasion, when I was a bit younger, folks wanted to fight me. And they never took that swing because my philosophy is you take the first swing. Okay, we'll scrap. And I might lose. But then who are you? You're the dude who beat up a guy with a handicap. And if I beat you, you're the dude who got beat up by a guy with a handicap. So it's a lose-lose for you, buddy. Like there's no winning that for you. That's not happening. So in a lot of ways, I can understand how we end up hyping the person with disabilities for doing something that would be normal or only slightly above average for a person with typical abilities. But on the other hand, I think it is discouraging to the folks with disabilities because I think a lot of us realize that we're normal people. Like we are decidedly average people. I don't think that most people with handicaps look at themselves and go, I'm somebody special or more special than other people in the sense that everyone is special. Everyone's a snowflake of a different size, shape, color. Everyone is unique in their own way. But in that sense, that's the average. I say this because I never want to discourage someone with a disability or without from trying something. Just because you are not extraordinary at a thing doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. Because most of what you see on these interviews and in this Dr. Phil and in this Oprah and in this whoop, 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 it comes from practice. It comes from struggle. It comes from doing all this that they're not talking about because they got 10 minutes to do an interview. And it's not fun to talk about the struggle in those 10 minutes. It's not fun. So you'll only hear about how great this person is and all the great things that they did, but you won't hear about how they cried their first time at physical therapy. You won't hear about how they cried at their second time at physical therapy. You may hear about the surgeries, but you won't hear about they failed in the middle of the physical therapy room, or they made it halfway down and had to be carried back because they just couldn't do it. Their body was spent. You don't hear about that because that is sad. And all of these shows put on some type of sideshow spectacle where the audience wants to feel good about themselves and like, oh, little man with disabilities, he's so cute. He's doing so much. I'm so proud of him. He wasn't with me shooting in the gym. He wasn't there when I was struggling. He wasn't there when I was crying on the floor. You wasn't there when I felt less than. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Nah. Like, it took work, just like it took anybody else's work. But you wouldn't look at a typical ability athlete and go, man, he's so inspirational. Nah. To make that person inspirational, you got to talk about their struggles. They consider your handicap or your disability a struggle in itself. and discount all the other struggles that you might have. And it's really unfortunate. And just sitting there recording this video, by the way, I wish I could have done this live today because I was hyped on it earlier. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Right now I gotta be up in a few hours to go back to work. But I miss you guys live. I really do. That the live shows are what I started this channel for, and these daily videos are more or less a taste of the type of content that we are going to cover in a live show or a discussion. And I really appreciate you guys for watching. I do. But I want you to know that the interaction between me and you guys, as Sean would say, them beanbag boys, you feel me? If my subscribers want to be called beanbag boys, I would be so happy. I would be. That would be the best. That would be so awesome, and such an inside joke from way back that you guys have no idea or no connection to. So I don't know why you would want to be called that, but I guess you could, theoretically. Anyway, that's my take for the day. I definitely am sorry for not making a... Is my outro is not playing? It seems to imply that it is, but I can't hear it. And see, this is what this week's been like, though. Technical difficulties, like, whoa. Oh, I guess my monitor. No, it's not turned off. What the heck? Okay, this is weird. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. Huh. That's really weird, bruh. Like, that is really weird. I don't know that I like it. Okay, well, it is what a TI is, and I can't really do much to solve it. I hope the outro music is playing. I'll figure that out, but I mean, there you go. That's my week so far. Anyways, I'm Zachary D. This is the Daily Decompression. I'm the Palsy Papa, and don't be tripping, because I'm still crippin'. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get it.